Can't. I think I'm recording now. Okay. We have identified part of our code base where I'm going to turn you down, David, because it's starting to get a little.
That's okay. I can mute myself as well when.
Okay. Sorry. I'm going to censor you now, David. We identified a part of the code base where we have a selector for view to mount onto, but then we're referencing the component in HAML. And ideally, we don't have HAML writing any view code because that can actually be a security issue. And it's actually called out in the view docs as one of the #1 cardinal rules of writing view code is make sure you're trusting your templates. So thankfully though, like there's no user input that we're injecting into here or anything. So there shouldn't be an issue. But we're going to refactor this. So I would, I do need you to help drive me, David, because I'm going to lose focus really fast. I feel it coming. What I think, I want to first just get this running because I know we're going to want to test it to make sure we're doing this right. So let me open up my terminal. Let me go to the GDK. Let me stop it and let me refresh it so it removes cache and restarts itself and all bunch of things. My computer is taking off. That's great. The main thing we want to do here, I think, is we want to create a component, I think, specifically for access tokens expires at. And we're going to move this to a view component. Expires at field, I guess. Oh, look. Well, it's all there. Is this the only time we use it? Like, why don't we just use that component? Maybe we can. Let's check it out.
So, let's do it.
If I do, where am I doing import expires at field? See, if I was using a real IDE, I could get this information, but I'm not using a real IDE. I have to do regex. It's all right here.
Regex is the best.
I know. Okay, so all you gotta do is just replace this slot with what we really want it to be. But I think what we're gonna miss is this name. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna miss the expires at.
Do you know how we can get the name for the field? Like that's the only bit I see that's where we would really need the HAML here. Do you know how to do that? Get just the name.
Can we just pass it through from? Can we attach it as a data element and pass it in?
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to do something like.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know what you think of this, but I've been like lately wrapping everything, all of my options, and in like its own thing. And I think it would be this. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, but I think it'd be something like that. Let's let.
Sounds like me every single time I start coding. 5 minutes in, what am I doing? I have no idea. Does it work? Yeah.
This is why I love pair programming because it keeps me honest. Sometimes I get really distracted. So I really appreciate pair programming a lot.
For sure. I love these sessions, and I love every time you do a pair programming session. It really brings back, I find, like just the general humility, because you're like, I find it's really easy in like programming, especially, to maintain a facade of I know what I'm doing. Then you get to a pair programming session, and I've forgotten how to type. This is actually how I live 24/7.
It's so much fun though. I love, man, it's just hacking away, and it's a blast. Okay, this is now running. Great. Oh,
Are you finding the background soundtrack? Isn't it great?
it's good. So, have you been kicked out of your house?
No, the house is fine. It's just the internet here is so much better. So I come here
Wow,
to work.
that rocks. Uh, that's really cool, man. I miss working in a coffee shop. I haven't done that in a long time. Uh, are there other people kind of do?
You get like a couple of people knocking around, but I will say the nice thing about this place is that there's so much distance.
Hmm. All right, so these things show up in settings, I believe. Awesome. That was my fault. Nesting within plain text is illegal. What's wrong with you? I don't even know what that means. Line 25? Does it not like this thing?
Which one? Why is that play unmuted? Name expires at options. Name.
Nesting within plain text is illegal. Oh, am I not doing? I'm not doing this right, am I? I don't.
Hold
I
on.
probably don't have enough curlies. I don't have
Let
enough
me,
curlies. No, I do have enough curlies. What are you talking about? Well, let me just see if I can get this to work, and then we can narrow down what's the problem. If I can just
Yeah,
do,
100%. I'm trying to find an example of. Oh,
it's not happy about any of it.
where? Where
Did
is
I?
this? Is
Oh
this
no!
just
Look at this.
what am I looking at? Oh my god!
Nope. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So these are some tokens. All of that is great. Here's the expires at field. This, for some reason, we needed to create a view component for this.
Apparently, what is the view component actually?
Oh my gosh. Are we even mounting to it? Did I mess it up? I probably messed everything up. Yes. I moved to the N. Somehow that happened. Uh,
Oh.
somehow I must have dragged it that one character off. Clearly that's what I meant to do in my editor was drag characters around.
that looks better now. I see a little date picker.
Yes. Sweet. So this is the bit that I'm a little concerned about. You see the name and the ID that gets automatically generated when we do this thing. You know what I mean? And that's why I think we kept this in the HAML. It would be really nice if we had a way of generating that name of the field without doing a whole field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would be good if we could. Yeah, I think
So
we just pass it through as a data attribute, and then we can take it as a profit.
right, but if I just say expires at, I'm not going to get the whole thing, you know, and I'm not going to get this whole thing, and that is taking some context from the form, the HAML form that's being created.
And we use this field in 4 forms, right? Impersonal tokens, personal tokens,
Yeah,
and
but it's
then.
all just this shared view, you know.
But can we get our context from where we set up the from where we're calling the view field? Can we get the context for where we're mounting that or where we're calling that? Can we get it at that stage?
Get it back from like access. I think we had like personal access token index. Looks like I don't know where we're creating our form. Where are we creating the form?
Is that it there? Shared access form? Just the one your line is hovering on?
Yeah, that's where we're rendering it. We must be creating the form. Oh yeah, here we go. We're creating the form for the token that I get passed into me. And it knows, like Rails knows it's a token of this model type. Therefore, we're going to give it these names like So I kind of wondered, what I'm really wanting to know is, can I do Rails get form field name? I get the HTML name attribute arrays.
Yeah, that third one looks good.
I'd like to know if there's a way to get the name attribute.
There's a method called tag name there, it looks like.
That looks like it. After inspecting the form object, I found that you can get the object name from it. Okay, but I think tag name is what we're really looking for. What do we, oh no, I just clicked on a link without seeing where I'm going. Okay. Oh, what's that? Oh, how would I call tag name? Where this happens is the instance tag class to which all the tag generation drills down. Oh gosh. Let's see if there's tag name being used anywhere else in our code base.
Spacebar to speak does not work. That's what I'm currently searching for. So I can see a few instances of it, either being passed into definitions as a parameter or being passed. Like I see a few references to params tag name, so it's being accessed through the parameters, but I don't think that's any use to us. Like in
yeah, because tag name also is that's tag is part of our product domain too.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing that. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get to it from there. This one is interesting, but it looks really wonky. I don't know. You want to try making a helper for this thing?
Yeah, we could make a helper. I'm surprised it's something that we haven't had to do already, though, to be honest.
Maybe though we need to maybe what we should do is just pass the object name and just build it ourselves from the Rails perspective, from the Vue perspective. Like, it's nice when Rails owns all of this, but I'm kind of concerned about even the performance of like instantiating a whole class, like for this kind of thing. Like, it's not a big deal, but I'm concerned that we're calling not just some like global helper, but like we're going deep into something. So which one would you prefer? Would you prefer us, maybe creating some sort of helper for us to do Rails field name, and I could pass in my form and then expires at? We could do that. We could try that out. Or we could do something like object name, and I could get my object name, I guess, from it, and then field name, and I can get expires at or something, and I can do it that way. Which way?
I think the second way is a little bit easier, to be honest.
Okay, sounds good. I'm concerned about coupling ourselves to that deep Rails knowledge, so I think this probably makes the most sense. Cool. So then this should be good to just be deleted or moved. Let me just make sure that we're passing these things down correctly. So I still personally like wrapping these things into options, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Do you like that approach, or would you want to do something different? Like, I kind of like passing JSON.
To JSON, yeah, I like that too. I think it's a nice way of approaching
Okay,
it.
let's do that. So object name, field name, boom, everybody's happy. Let me do a lovely, all right, I'm gonna move this to a parameter, boom, or a variable, I mean, sorry. If we don't exist, then just return. If we do exist, we're gonna get the options, which is JSON parse, data set. Oh gosh, what are you doing? Options, boom. But I'm pretty sure we also want to do the convert to, do you know what I'm talking about? What is it? Convert props to camel? It's camel case.
Yeah, convert props to camel case. Is this?
I think that's what it's called, right?
Usually, one second, let me find it here. I think it is convert
I think I
props.
found
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Convert object props to camel case. Nope, camela case. All right, and I'm just going to double check I'm getting these right.
Yeah, nice. I think this way is definitely a lot better. I think inferring the context inside the mount is absolutely the right way to go.
Cool.
Without needing to create gigantic Rails helpers.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to here and see if we get the options in the console.
I think we should. I see no reason why this will not work on the first run, obviously.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
Boom.
there you go. Good start.
You know, programming is so easy because it works the first time, always.
The first time, every time. Yeah, no, this is good. This is
cool.
This is the way I would probably approach this if I had just picked this up.
Nice. So this name and the ID are things that we're going to want to generate. And then the other things we just copy over from the HAML. So what we're going to do here, and I don't even need to do this. And I can actually...
Yeah, we can just literally pass, we can just render the tag.
Yep. Return. I have no idea why this has H. I don't know why we call it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I once asked, I can't, it wasn't about the H, but I once asked Natalia about why they named certain things the way they do in Vue, and she told me the story about how they almost named one of their new hooks React, and so it's just one big joke. The guys of Vue, or to the people of Vue, I should say.
Yeah, I've seen this used in like the React code base for like, okay, if you happen to not have JSX, like here's the convention that people use for doing the like React.create component everywhere, whatever. We'll just alias it as H, but I have no idea why H was the alias.
The only thing I could ever think of is that it was referencing hydrating the text or the document in some way.
That's interesting. I hadn't considered that. Anyways, so we're here passing props data. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna even just pass my options down, which means I can kind of just call this props, if we're cool with that. Okay. Expires at field. Here we go. We have a cool date picker, but we've also got props. Does that go below or above components? Above the components. And we call this, what did we call it? We have a object name and field name. Type string required true. Field name type. I'm not doing this right. What's wrong with me? Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't like the quotes around string is all. That's all.
It's a string.
It's a string. Obviously, it should be quoted. What is the world coming to?
Sorry about that.
Don't even worry. It's good. It's nice. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna
we are gonna have an we're gonna have a field ID,
Yep.
which looked like it was
So
concatenated with this underscore, this object name,
yeah.
this field name,
Yeah.
and then we have a field name. Oh no, I already called this thing field name. Oh
The world is ending.
no. I'm gonna call
No.
this input ID. Input name.
Input name. All right, input name is fine. Input name works. I like
I
it.
know. All right. That's how it works, right?
That's should do the job.
Okay. Cool. We are now going to copy over whatever we're doing in the slot. We're going to copy that over. So we're going to do this whole thing goes into here. And obviously it's going to look significantly different, but that's okay. Looks like we need to get a GL input in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they call it?
Yep. GL input. Yep.
Okay. GL input. The ID is the input ID. The name is the input name. Right? Stop me when I start freaking out.
No, this looks good to me.
Okay.
We have an ID, we have an input. Let me just double check. I always have to go to the GitLab UI library just to double check these things. Although, hold on. I wrote one of these earlier. I should know. I literally wrote a form earlier on today. Let me just double check. Where is it? Ah, okay, so we have an ID, which is can be bound, a V model, type, and a placeholder is the general idea. And then we also have a name for this one.
Input mode.
Autocomplete is off.
Data QA. What does that actually look like? Data QA dash selector.
Excuse me. UI. Go to the GitLab UI. I need to see the day picker. I actually haven't written any day pickers at all.
Yeah, I don't really know what I should and shouldn't be doing. Attribute value should be marked for translation. Oh, really? Is that something that we should translate? This YYYMMDD?
Wait, what are we translating? I wouldn't. I would just suppress that with the ESLint. But I mean,
have we ever translated this? Oh my gosh!
Did we? Oh, we do. Oh, that's wild.
It is wild.
But,
I don't know.
Is that only one instance of it translated though? It's also using backticks. So I'm a little.
Yeah, that's true. Might have been. We might have chosen to do that because of the warning that popped up.
Yeah. I would say this one is a go with your heart. They seem like, which one do you think is the lesser of two evils?
Well, I guess somehow I have to ignore this. I don't think I can disable it. Come on, View.
Wait, scroll back down there.
I'm gonna do it this way.
Wait, hold on.
I have an idea for this.
I actually don't know. Do we definitely need the input inside the day picker? Is the day picker by itself not enough?
You're bringing up some good questions.
I'm gonna send you this on the chat. 1 second. I think the day picker is actually enough. I don't think we need.
I don't know.
At all.
You think so?
Yeah. So I'm looking at it there. So it takes the day picker itself looks like autocomplete is false. Yeah, we do not need the inner input.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, and the placeholder for the day picker defaults to YYYMMDD, so you don't even need to put that in either.
Really?
I love that sometimes, like, this also tends to surprise me quite frequently. I'll be writing a component and then I'll be like, I should really check if this is baked into the GitLab UI, and then I will come and it'll be like, yep, half my job is done for me already. Super.
Yeah, yeah. Let's try that out. I'm down for it. I guess, can we put ID and stuff in it still? I guess.
I would
Let's do it.
assume you can attach. I'm assuming you can attach an ID
What is
and a
target? I don't
name.
need defaults to the calendar icon. Pass null to trigger on input focus.
Oh, if you're the trigger for the actual date picker to appear.
Oh, do you think that's why? Oh, but we can pass null for input focus, and that's what
Yeah.
got it. Got it. I'm
Yeah,
down for it. Let's do it.
I'd
Yes.
say
Let's
give
do
it a
it.
shot.
I'm a fan. And I don't think I would need to do these other things then. Like, I bet autocomplete is already off and stuff, right?
Autocomplete is off. Yeah. Autocomplete is off.
Well, no, I guess it's not.
Defaults to off when the date picker opens on focus. Otherwise, defaults to null.
Yeah.
Is I guess.
But I don't need to do these classes. I shouldn't need these classes at all. That's great. Placeholders are there. I'm gonna just throw autocomplete off because I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's okay. What's the difference between it being off when the day picker isn't opened on focus and when it is? Because that's the default.
What do you mean?
So autocomplete at the moment defaults to off when the day picker opens on focus.
I don't know. Are those related?
I don't know. Let's just set it as off in a minute.
I don't know. This sounds like a good question for MDN.
It sounds like a good question for Enrique. I think he would know the answer.
This is true. Expiry date field. I guess that was what it was called. We'll double check.
Which one is it you're looking for? The min date and the max date, or
no? I was just loading these attributes. What I am gonna do, and this is kind of really weak, because I could and should have done this a different way. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to take this whole thing. I'm going to copy this outer HTML and paste it. You're laughing at me, David.
This is some gangster coding. This is my favorite type of coding. This is what I want it to look like, and I work backwards. The best thing I've ever seen.
Yep. So this is actually, I'm manually doing what I would call a pinning test. I'm saying nothing should have changed. It should be the same.
100%. I love it. I do this really frequently if I'm migrating.
Awesome. All right, let me double check that that's what I expect it to be. That looks like absolutely nuts. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot less formatting than I was hoping it would be. So I
see a lot of yeah.
I think I'm going to move this to an HTML file.
I think
and then open it in code. And then do formatting here, because you can do that somehow. Nope. There are multiple formatters. What? Oh gosh. Okay. Sure. That looks great. Okay. All right. Okay. We've got this going. Boom.
Okay. You can do it.
Get rid of this stuff.
I believe.
It's called object name and field name. Oh, we're not using GL input anymore.
Woohoo!
Wow. Okay. Great. I'll get rid of my log here too, just for fun. We should be good to go now.
All right, let's see what we get. I'm super excited.
Hopefully we have like some feature specs for this.
What are the? Let me just check. I don't even want to ask the chances.
But I guess we have some QA specs because there's a
We
QA spec here.
must.
It looks
So
different.
it's access tokens form. So
Look at
I
this.
guess.
Look, it's opening. Oh no!
Oh, we're missing 2 required props.
Well,
Not good.
that didn't work.
No, that did not work. What were we missing?
Maybe it doesn't like
Props data. Yeah, what do they come out when you do it like that?
yeah, let's double check.
Is it the props taken in as? No, they're taken in as camera case. So what's going on? What do they look like?
Object name, field name. Maybe I've props data. Is that how you do it?
Oh no! It's just props. It's props.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's not props data. So you could just do the one word
Why was I thinking it's props data?
because that's what it is in jest.
Oh.
That gets me every single time. Every single
Really?
time I write a spec, I'm like, what the hell?
I really thought it was props data. But I trust you.
Is props data a thing?
I thought it's a thing. It's part of the API.
Okay, hold on. I need to. Maybe you can pass it like props data. Then I know it's in the
These
testing.
are 2 different things. Oh wait. Props data. Yeah, when I'm just creating one. Oh, but wait.
Only restriction. Pass props to an instance. This is primarily intended to make unit testing easier. Oh, so it is something you can use.
Well, it looks like props just worked. That's news to me.
Props worked. I don't see too many places in our application, I'll be very honest, where I see props data passed when it's outside of a test.
So check this out. Here's what I think I ran into. Props data you use if you're gonna new a component.
Yeah,
but we're not doing
there.
that. We're using the render functions, and render functions must just accept props. If I go over to render functions, I bet the option doesn't have props data.
Restriction only respected in an instance creation via new. I love how as a detail it's like this is only intended to make testing easier.
This is only intended to make testing easier. Okay, but it's here now. It's working. It's a different color, but that's okay-ish.
Where did we go? We're back here.
Okay.
It's a different color. It probably has a slightly different UI.
Oh gosh, the ID and the name aren't passing through.
So
they passed over here. That's garbage.
So it puts a div wrapper on top of it.
Maybe that's why we're passing our own input.
That's malarkey. All right, I guess we have to pass an input, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. This is the beautiful and terrible part of abstracted components. I mean, they're there, but you never really know what you're gonna get. It's like a Christmas present.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do for this though, I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to put that here, and then I'm gonna do that. For some reason, that makes it seem nicer.
All right, I love it. I got no problems with it. I got absolutely no problems with it at all. If it works, it works.
Cool. Let's check it out.
The only thing is our HTML definitely will be different because of those div wrappers, but we shall see. Unknown element.
What's wrong with you?
Did we register it in the components? GL input? Is it GL form input by any chance?
Oh gosh, I bet you're right.
Form input.
It is.
Yep.
Well,
I apologize. That's my bad.
That's all right. That's a little.
Me and forms, we have a tentative relationship, I gotta say.
form input is a little wordy, but I think that's coming from Bootstrap too.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I like building. So far, what I've realized in working with the application, love building UIs in general. Love building inputs and anything that touches the code or jobs or anything like that. But
Yeah.
forms are a disaster.
ID is here. Name
Nice,
here.
nice.
If I start throwing a value, we
Let's do it.
expire here. Is that working? Hopefully
Does
that's
that
working.
work?
Let's create one to see. Here's a test
Yeah,
one.
let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Obviously, we're gonna use this test one as a pseudo privilege.
Sudo.
It can read repositories. Let's see if it works.
Do it.
It was created, test created, expires. I don't remember if that's right or
Yeah,
not.
it was
About 2 months, I
in
guess.
about 2 months, was it?
I'd say it expires tomorrow.
Okay, let's try that. Halloween. Yeah, nice.
It can read users.
Let's do it.
Halloween in about
Halloween
14
for 14
hours.
hours.
It's Halloween in about 14 hours. Cool.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be us.
Well, that
My
looks.
very first indoor Halloween.
Yeah. That seems to be working, which is exciting.
That looks great. That's awesome. Oh, wait a second. What's going on with the name?
What do you mean?
Wait, is that the right formatting for name? Name is equal to personal access token bracket expires that?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Sorry.
Nope,
Yeah.
you're good. Let's let us test against our pen.
Yep.
What do we call this? JS access tokens expires at? Oh, but we just overwrote that thing.
Yes, so we're definitely going to have some extra divs.
So we can just access the date picker wherever our GL date picker is.
So that would be that one there, I think.
Yes, I am realizing. I don't know. Oh, I left all these things in here. Oh no. Okay.
We doubled up. We doubled up for sure.
Our pen would have caught that.
This is cool. This was a great topic for the pairing. Nice choice.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Oh look, I can click on this. It works.
Okay.
Nice. I'm sold.
Heck
So I'm
yeah.
going to copy the outer HTML of this thing.
Let's do it. Let's see what it looks like.
I'm going to
Hopefully
PB
it looks
paste
amazing.
this to. I probably should have called it pen.after.html. That makes sense. I'm going to move our before pen to call it pen.before HTML. And then I'm going to open up pen.after HTML because I'm going to run the formatter on it. Boom. That looks great to me. And then I'm going to run vimdiff pen.before pen.after. Oh, you. Okay, I'm gonna adjust our before one because I'm not dealing with that.
That's a lot of manual stuff to go through, I would think.
Yeah, okay. For some reason that those options were there. Okay. Oh yeah, and I have this thing. So I can also just delete that wrapping one and we're good. Maybe I can even move all these over. Nice. Oh, the I see that the ordering of these things is different. Let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah.
Name, height, placeholder, class. Oh no, we got different classes. We do have different classes.
Yeah, so we
Date picker,
have
cool.
GL form input and GL. No, so we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
Let me see.
look how this one had form control twice.
Yeah, why does it have form control twice? That's interesting.
That is interesting.
So we have one the GL form input I would expect, because that should be there. That's the new class. It gives it the new styling.
But I think that new styling is a little contradictory to what's going on. We need to address that, but we could
for
do that.
sure.
We could do that
Can we
asynchronously and
we
probably.
overwrite the styling on the date picker? Can we just pass? Oh no, what have I done?
This all looks normal. Oh man, look, it's the whole calendar. All right, I'm going to.
Oh.
All right, and that's it. So really, it's just the class, and that's the only thing that's different, which is nice. And we're about at time, so we can handle that part later. I can commit and create an MR for this part, and then we can deal with the
Heck yeah.
later. So that sounds good to me. Let me take a screen.
Nice. I know that I actually know that just from an MR I reviewed recently for preferences is that these screens are actually under a pretty hefty push to be refactored into Vue to use the GitLab UI components. So we might have helped somebody take a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I think so. It's
That was
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it's nice having these things live. It's nice having these things live in Vue. And now we've got
Yeah.
to write a test probably, and I think this is a good example for like just doing a snapshot test, in my opinion.
Yeah. Super basic, super straightforward. Just
There's
one
no
versus two.
right. There's no branching logic here or anything like that. Just doing a shallow mount snapshot
Yep.
test makes sense to me. But I kind of do hope that this has feature specs wrapped around it. Let me get rid of this console log. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this open while I create the MR, and then we can call it. If you gotta hop off, feel free to hop off.
No, I'll hang out for a minute. I gotta see while you're creating that. I'm just gonna check real quick and see if I can find any feature specs. Just a very quick curiosity. It's not gonna be a node modules anyway, Dave. I can tell you that much. Profiles.
Security.
Personal access token. Yeah, there we go. So we have one feature spec for it, and it does touch the expired at field. So
oh, nice.
But it references it using find field expires at, and then it finds.
Yeah, so it'll find it by the label, and the label will make sure like the IDs are matching and stuff. So that's nice. Is it just for personal access tokens? Because we're using this for a number of other access token ones.
I can find the one here for personal access tokens. Anyway, I can look for the other ones and link them into the MR if we want to. The only thing is that you might want to update that feature spec because it finds it by the label and then it looks for the pick a next dot click.
That sounds like some stuff that gets generated by date picker.
Date picker, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you know how we can overwrite this border style? Have we done this before?
Yes. So you can use a utility class with the important, one of the important utilities, which is they're not great to use generally, but they're really useful purposes in these refactoring moments where you're trying to bring things in line and you need these like stopgaps.
Yeah.
So what was the border? What was the border and what is it now?
Well, it looks like the border color is, well, I don't know what it is. It said it was blue.
Let me just have a very quick look and I'll tell you what we need. I will tell you what else we need. So I need to go into settings, And I need to go into my
Oh, it's a
personal access.
box shadow. It's doing the box shadow thing. Oh
Welcome,
no.
welcome, welcome to my welcome to my nightmare.
I know I've done this. I know I've created a utility. I think I've created a utility in our utilities to overwrite that box shadow color.
So what we just need to do is set box shadow to be none, and then, oh, I've done this before actually recently. So, oh, my GitLab just crashed. Okay,
Uh-oh.
restore. Personal access tokens, not good. So we need to use a utility for the box shadow to be none. I can't remember the color.
Input. Let me see if there's a style here for in our man.
So we need the box shadow none. Yeah, there you go. So you can use this class to first take away the box shadow. Why is my computer doing this? So we can use this class to take away the box shadow. And then the color that we need is the color that we need is DB. Which
So we need a border.
yeah, we need a border 1px. It's the border inset gray. I think is it gray 100 or gray 200 is this one. So we need the border inset. I think it's this class. It's either this or it's the 100, but I can't swear to it. But so that should inset the border.
It's beautiful.
Ooh. Ouch. Or it's the 100 version. Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait a second. That's actually doing.
Does it need the B1 or should it just be border gray?
Yeah, sorry, since we actually want to, so we want to do it the old school way, you actually just want to set the border gray and then border 1.
Yeah, I see.
Because that one is actually doing the new one, which is the box shadow. So you need this guy, and then this guy.
Got it. What's wrong with you?
What's not liking? Oh, you might have to add the exclamation mark to after them to make sure they apply correctly.
Take that. Nope. What's wrong with it? Let me see. Border gray.
GL border size 1, and then the GL gray for the border. What's going on here? Do you not like it?
Oh, border style is none too. My goodness.
Oh, that's strange.
So
border style. Let me find the class for border style. Got a few of these. Border style. Border solid. There you go. We've only had to apply 6 classes to retrospect.
Yeah, it looks like the gray is actually gray 100 for consistency.
It might be. I couldn't tell you offhand if it was.
Yep. Yeah, so that looks right. I'm not a fan of adding all those classes. I kind of wonder. I wonder if
Is there a better way?
Yeah, if we've addressed box shadow anywhere in here. I kind of feel like we might have done that. Common. Nope. Calendar. Nope. Form control. Oh, this is doing something interesting.
Oh, that's include border. Oh, interesting. So it looks like somebody's built a utility to do it for us, haven't they?
Maybe. Yep. I'm gonna wrestle with this another time.
That's totally fine. I would, if it was me, I would open the MR and ping Enrique. He would know off top of his head.
Okay, that's a great idea. I'll ask him if he knows the best way for me to do this, and I,
Yeah.
I know I've done this before, and I thought I created a class to like make it look the old style.
Okay.
But
That would be awesome.
I think we may want to do that. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna create the MR. I'm gonna ping Enrique like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Thanks, David. This is super fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely. It was awesome.
gonna
I
stop
super
sharing my
enjoyed it.
screen, and I'm gonna stop recording. Thanks for watching.